All right, let me go back to what I said. I keep forgetting that I'm off. I'm not on, but no, I'll say it again. I just been on for a minute. First, I watched Calgary and St. Louis. I watched both early games today, and Calgary loses again 4-2, and again they can't muster goals. Remember, they only scored three in Edmonton. They got lucky with that. Vancouver whacked them. You know I'm high on the Canucks this year. And today, St. Louis, who I think is one of the best teams in the West, held their own today. You know, and Calgary played well in the loss, but they had about 30 opportunities to win this game, and they didn't get the pucks in the net. So what's he going to do? So St. Louis 1-1, Calgary 1-2. Coronado scored twice. Neighbors scored twice for St. Louis. And the beat goes on. And the first game was the Mark Scheifele show. Scheifele powered his way for the first goal, used his brute strength. It was a beautiful thing to watch. Short-handed. And then he scored a second one. Beautiful pass by Kyle Connor. And Winnipeg goes to 1-1. Kings go to, like the Flames, Kings go to 1-2. So tonight we are going to see the finest franchise in all of pro sports, a franchise that has taken their lumps. And we're going to see the Canadiens. It's the Blackhawks home opener, so it's going to take a little time. In Chicago, Detroit is hosting the Maple Leafs. McClellan just went all in on his players, and we saw that the other night. And Ottawa's in Florida. I got to get that game propped up. Ottawa in Florida. That should be another good one. A good thing ESPN, even though they went all bonkers, they let me keep my package for $12. I'll do it. They order hockey. All I watch is hockey on that. I can care less about the other stuff. Islanders home opener tonight. There we go. Sens and Florida get ready to start. Big win for the Senators the other night, winning in Tampa, down 3-1. Of course, I'll take the Hockey Night in Canada feed. There we go. So I got Ottawa up. I got Toronto up. Now I'm going to take a peek in about an hour of the Wild taking on the who's the Wild playing tonight? Damn, I forgot who they're playing. But anyway, I'm going to take a look at that because I want to see my man Z Byam play his first home game. Speaking of Z Byam, as we get ready for Montreal and Chicago in here, we got Toronto up against Detroit and Ottawa, Florida. Speaking of which, what I was going to say, Zane Perek, they mock him out here, out there. Some of the media do call him the savior. Well, the savior held his own today. I mean, he's not great defensively, but he held in there, took some hits, and he did pretty good in his first N.H.L. start. So, guys like Moss got Zane Perek. Me, on the other hand, I am getting ready for this game here. And like I said, I'll take a look at Z Bynum a little later on tonight as I have young Zeev. And I forgot who they're playing tonight. I know there's a home opener, so we'll take a look at that. So we're getting ready from the house on Madison, which is the United Center. Not bad. A combined 9 uh, 9 banners in 30 years of that building, so they should be proud in Chicago. I'll be just give me a quick second. All right, Jim Grinson right now is about to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Nobody does it better in the business. So I'm gonna put my hand on my chest and let him sing. As the Chicago United Center is rocking right now. Nobody does it better, folks. I was just keep putting my hand to my chest for the national anthem of both countries, Canada and the U.S. All right, let's go. Frank Nazar versus Suzuki. Connor Bedard against Ivan Demidov. Montreal and Chicago about to go at it. All right, John Bartlett and Gary Galley got this game. There goes Cole Caulfield, young man. Excuse me, young man who is dedicating the rest of his career to his hero Johnny Gaudreau. They're from the same area in South Jersey. Martin Blow against Shane Knight. Let's see what's going on here. At least this started. Hey, man. How long can we wait? Montreal 2-1 Suzuki. Caulfield tried to get it. Shot it wide. Montreal on the attack already. They'll be home Thursday night. And I got to see who's playing football that night. But if nobody special, then we'll be in Montreal for their home opener Thursday night. All right. Kapanen. Good deflection. Donato. Good check by the Habs. Ooh. Good play by the Hawks. They're attacking. So Hayden Hudson back home in Chicago area. Good clear by the Canadiens. two of the most iconic jerseys on the planet. Well, it's good to see Kirby Doc playing. You know that? It's good to see him out there. He's always hurt. And you don't like nobody injured, folks. You want everybody healthy and playing. Oh, just hit the post. Matheson with the puck. I'm playing him tonight. There you go. Suzuki couldn't get a handle on it. And the puck goes over the glass. And the Canadiens going to get a power play. Okay. All right, Kirby Doc, Dobson, Gallagher, Demidov, he's out there. There he is. All right, Lonnie shoots it out and blocked into the glass. Gallagher, Thompson, Demidov. Nice cleared by the Blackhawks. All right, Suzuki's going to get a penalty for slashing. There goes Nick. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Florida and Ottawa. All right, both games in commercial break. New hook. Bully. All right, Chicago's on a power play for the next minute and 15 seconds. So Chicago almost had one Tuesday. Connor Bedard, Nazar. Well, I tell you, Nazar is special, folks. Let me tell you, that is a special, special hockey player. Carolina and the Canadiens clear. All right, Chicago's power play is over. You got to kick it, that Lane Hudson, folks. He is special. Gallagher missed the goal, folks. So no score with 11:47 left in the first period. Let's see what the champs are doing versus the Senators. Go over to Miami. It's probably Toronto up 1-0 already. I love those Red Wing jerseys. Happy Thanksgiving to all Canadian friends. Yes, their Thanksgiving is Monday. Let's take a look at the champs real quick. This game is always not ready. Check this shit out. Meanwhile, back in Chicago, I got a little Florida on 1-0 champs. Well, give Florida a lot of credit. You see, you can lose your superstar players, but you keep not missing a beat. And the reason why that is, these guys know how to win. And I told people that. All right, Omar fumbled the save, and it went right in. So for the moment, it's 2-0 Florida. And the beat goes on down in Jupiter. Slavkowski. Hudson. Caulfield. Suzuki. Montreal got a minute 10 on their power play right now. I think the Canadiens are buzzing, folks. They really are. All right, Montreal's have a 5-on-3 power play for like 33 seconds. Panthers up 2-0. Ronnie, get me off. Get me off with the puck. Good save by Knight. Nice save by Knight. Hands up 2-0. Ronnie, Caulfield. 45 seconds left in the power play for Montreal. And give the Blackhawks fans a lot of credit. But give the young Hawks credit for it. As they killed the power play, 7 minutes to go in the first period. Give them a lot of credit. Fast moving first period. Six and a half to go in the first. But I was close. As the Blackhawks are applying heat. $5:21 to go in the first. Good action in this game so far. Montreal had their chances. Yo, Iman, what's up, bro? I know you're happy about your Giants. say for my man Iman. Iman should be proud of both his quarterbacks. Daniel Jones shutting a lot of people up. Indianapolis, number one seed in the AFC right now. Florida up 2-0 on Ottawa. But I'll tell you, this Florida game, I got it up right here. They are swarming the Senators. I'm trying to get a double score. All right, Devils up 3-0 in Tampa. And maybe the air came out of the balloon of the Panthers, of the Lightning when they lost that game the other night to Ottawa. Ovi's up 2-0 on the Islanders home opener. They're talking to Minka to Janadad. I'll get your Rangers score, and then we'll be right back in Chicago. Take a little look at Z Bynum tonight before I go to bed. As Minnesota is playing Columbus. Columbus with a young brother at goalie in Jet Greaves. I took him in my fantasy league. I got all my goalies in both leagues, except at the other league, 1-0 Rangers after one. 1-0 Rangers after one. In my other league, my money league, I have Jeremy Swayman as my third goal. But Devils in control in Tampa, 3-0. So right now Montreal's on a power play again. No score in Chicago. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. So I'm watching it right now. But I'll tell you, the Canadiens, they are out the trip. Let's see if they call it. If this power play is over. 3 power plays in the first period. Let me see what Iman said about his two quarterbacks. Indiana Jones is killing it. Yeah, he is. I'm happy for you, brother. You know that. I never hate on you. Mariners and Blue Jays tomorrow at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. A lot of empty seats in Sunrise. And I have Figueroa talking about how great it is down there, which is a damn lie. I mean, remember, they're playing Ottawa. You wait till Montreal gets there in December. Work on getting 305, a nice ringside seat to that game. He better go. Don't want no bullshit excuses. You better take his black ass up to Sunrise and watch his team play. Oh, I forgot Jupiter. uh, Minute left in the Canadiens' first period. Bravo Zaka scored his first goal for the Bruins. 1-0 Bruins at the end of one. Roy scored, and Nylander has an assist. 2-0 Toronto. And it's going to be the end of the first period in Chicago. No score. I'm going to tell you the truth. Montreal's had their way this first period, but they can't put the puck in the net. Brendan Gallagher and Connor Bedard going at it. 3.5 to go in Sunrise. First period, 2-0. Right, the reason why this Florida game started late, they had their banner hanging tonight. Barkov was there, Manny Tkachuk was there, and street clothes stuff. All right, Pinto scored again, 2-1 Florida. Hit a big goal the other night in Tampa. Ottawa's on the attack now, again in Sunrise. Ottawa got their sea legs back. They're attacking Florida right now. All right, 30 seconds left in Sunrise in the first 2-1 champions. All right, end of 1-2-1 Florida over Ottawa, but Ottawa's got their legs back. They were getting dominated. Senators are feeling real good about themselves. All the Canadian teams at the end of one. Montreal no score. Maple Leafs up 2-0. Florida up 2-1 out. Be right back, folks. All right. Get ready for the second period. Let me see. Ooh. Miss Melina's in the building. This is my third game of the day, and after this, I'm done. I watched Vancouver and Edmonton from my bed. Oh, the Cubs are getting ready to start. Cubs and Brewers. Let me go over there real quick. Iman very happy tonight. All right. Tomorrow doubleheader in NFL. Early Seattle and their young defense against the Jaguars, who are the biggest surprise to me in the league. And then late, Baker and the Niners going against each other. So what a day of football tomorrow. I'm having a good time up here all day. Hockey. Let me take a look at Z Bynum. I'm glad that Moss is off tonight. Yeah, I gotta get the NBA League Pass. Get used to watching games streaming. Let's see when we will start our NBA coverage. Me and my good friend, who I'm playing tomorrow, by the way, Jim's NBA schedule. Let's see when we'll start our NBA coverage. Thunder over the Pacers 51-46 in exhibition basketball tonight. Unfortunately, I can't see the games. All right, our NBA coverage as we get ready for the Canadiens as they're back on the ice. Start the second period. Boston up 1-0. Moss's Bruins. What night is this? All right, me and Jim's first games. We'll do Atlanta and Orlando, October 24th. And our late game that day will be the Warriors and Blazers. So that's our doubleheader, week one of the NBA. That first Friday night, Atlanta and Orlando early, Warriors and Blazers late. Meanwhile, back to the action. Second period beginning in Chicago. Yeah, let me see what's playing tomorrow. All right, my local CBS affiliate is going to show you Tampa and San Francisco. That's where we'll be at tomorrow. Browns and Steelers early. I'll skip it. We'll be in Miami tomorrow. The hell with Browns and Steelers, man. We trying to do kill us? Wow. Dallas and Carolina tomorrow locally. Oh, that's right. The Jets play early tomorrow. That's right. They're in London. They're in London against the Broncos. That's why we got these games. Dallas and Carolina. Really? Cleveland and Pittsburgh. And tomorrow night, uh, I told Mom I'm gonna stay home and rest. Lions and Chiefs tomorrow. I don't know about the Chiefs tomorrow. Lions are playing well. I have to admit that. Oh, look what's on Star Trek tomorrow night. City on the Edge of Forever. Yes, I'll have something to watch tomorrow night before I go to sleep. The City on the Edge Forever. Yes, the beautiful Joan Collins is in that episode. You will know her more from Dynasty fame. Meanwhile, back here in the Canadiens and Blackhawks, no score. Blackhawks back on the power play. I mean, excuse me, Canadiens back on the power play. They have really struggled tonight with the power play, and they had their chances. Trust me. My God, they had their chances. But here they come again. They have really, you can tell that when you look at Montreal, this is a team on the rise, like I've been saying. And I think the Blackhawks are going to be better because they got a very good young defense. And they got Knight as the goalie. I mean, you could look at the teams and tell early. And Montreal they scored. Of course, it's CC who scored. Cole Caulfield, 1-0 Canadians on the power play. Let's get back to Toronto. They're up 2-0 early second period. So Caulfield scored his second. All my guys, well, he's in Moss's league. I got Caulfield, not in my money league. Let's take a little look at Z Bynum real quick. And now before I see the day, I want to see the Minnesota Wild, but it's here. Here we go. Columbus, Minnesota Wild. Jet Greaves, a young brother at goalie. All right, Columbus is up 1-0 early in Minnesota. Gustafson should have had that goal. Should have had that puck. That was a bad play by him. So 1-0 Columbus. Miles Wood, his 92nd career goal. I thought he would have more than that. So 1-0 Columbus. I'm seeing if Jet Greaves is in the goal tonight. That's what I'm looking at. Just early in the game. Baldy and Kaprizov together. Meanwhile, in Chicago, 1-0 on the Cole Caulfield power play goal. Cole Caulfield. Now I see my man. There he is, Z Bynum. Coach Hines got nothing but praise for young Bynum. I do too. And the Blackhawks on the attack, and they just scored 1-1. All right, John Renzo just tied the game for the Blackhawks. Jersey up comfortably in Tampa, 3-0. Beautiful shot, by the way. So the Blackhawks tied the game at 1-1. Meanwhile, Columbus is swarming. 3-1 Florida now. All right, they're fighting now. Blackhawks and Canadiens. All right, Gooley's fighting. They got 4 fights at the same time in Chicago. Demidov is fighting. Everybody's going at it now in Chicago. All right, Kaiser, who just scored, just had a fight with Adam Newhook. Ooh. When he hit Nazar, he knew it was coming. So there will be a lot to sort out here. Fat lip for Demidov. So you're in a hockey game All right, Demi off with the fat lip. Philly up on Carolina 2-1. Fights all over the ice. All right, Martin St. Louis yelling at his players, but I know he must be proud of them. They stuck up for Gooley. So they shortened all the penalties out in Chicago. Everybody in the league is off tomorrow. So then it's Canadian Thanksgiving on Monday. Meanwhile, we're back in the game in Montreal. 14 and a half minutes to go in the second. Keith Chief in the building. Of course, the greatest rivalry in the sport is Boston Montreal, Tony. No question about that. What a doubleheader we got tomorrow for you. Wow. What a doubleheader we have for you tomorrow. All right, Montreal just scored. So the Canadiens. Nah, Mitchell and Ness don't make good jerseys no more. Like when I got my Guy Lafleur, I bought it from the Canadians. Their sports shop is called Tricolor because they got three colors: red, white, and blue on their jersey. So the Canadians have taken the lead, folks, midway through the second period. They took the lead back from the Blackhawks. Montreal, Boston, the most heated rivalry in the sport.
Really over Boston and the Lakers?
Yeah, Boston Lakers, that's trash, man. Because that league is staged. Hockey, you earn your Stanley Cup. NBA, you just have to follow the script. Everybody knows that. NBA, like I always say about them, their fans are a bunch of effing idiots. It's like they say, the NBA is a star-driven league. Everybody else, the other leagues,
Is a team-driven league.
yeah, especially hockey and football. Like, let's say the Brewers win tonight, Tony.
Yes, they did.
No one's gonna watch baseball no more
Okay.
because everybody assumes. Let's say if the Cubs lose tonight, the Dodgers are gonna win it all, so no one cares.
Okay. Luna, come here.
I'm gonna watch it, but most people are not gonna watch Toronto and Seattle.
Luna, get over here. Get in. Sorry. I'm watching my dog while I'm talking to you. Oh, Mason. Yeah, in the chat, I was going to ask you, actually. In the chat, I asked you. You saw them both in their prime, actually. And this is an honest question. Who's a better two-way player, in your honest opinion? Slava Kozlov or Sergei Fedorov?
Not even close. Sergei Fedorov, man. The reason why Fedorov is going to the Hall of Fame in 2 weeks.
He's a better two-way player. He can play defense.
Yeah.
But it's weird when they talk about Sergei, they talk more about his offensive. You don't hear about it. Why does his defensive acumen and two-way play get overshadowed by his offense so much?
I guess because he was an electrifying player. 305, your Canadiens just scored again. They've been fighting all over the place tonight.
And
what's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Good.
What is your opinions on Slava, Mace?
Slava wasn't a scorer.
Slava wasn't really he was more a shutdown guy, basically.
He was a defenseman, yeah.
He wasn't like a scoring defenseman. He was more of a shutdown.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought he was I've always assumed he was a forward. Slava.
I'll tell you, Duke scored again for Montreal when Montreal is rolling. Let me take a look at Kozlov. I haven't seen him in so many years, Tony.
What's up, Sister
a
Malena?
long time.
Oh, Mace, what's the score of the Panthers game? They're playing tonight.
I believe it's 3-1 Florida.
Are you surprised that they're without Barkov and Kachuk? They've actually beat they beat the first two teams in Chicago and are they facing Vancouver tonight?
No, they're playing against Ottawa tonight.
Are you surprised they're beating Ottawa the way they are?
No.
In Canada.
No.
Out of all the Canadian fans, Mace, that you've dealt with when it comes to hockey, who do you feel you can have like a actual productive like hockey conversation with that's not delusional or that you feel that they're like downplaying the success of American hockey?
Calgary fans are good, and I let them do all the talking for me because I agree with everything they say. But the most jovial fan base of any of those teams is clearly Montreal. Their fans are great. When you meet them, they're awesome.
For me, honestly, I have a lot of Canadian fans, not like Montreal Canadian fans. I have a lot of Ottawa fans down here, and it's weird. I can have a good, productive, rational hockey conversation with them, but when I get to Toronto, Edmonton, and Montreal, it doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, and stuff like that.
I
They,
don't
they
talk to I don't talk to Oiler fans because they're retarded.
I don't talk to everybody.
Vancouver fan has too much hate towards everybody else.
I don't talk to everybody.
Sound like you're catching the cold, brother.
Now I'm drinking the Pepsi.
Oh, okay. But you know
It's one of
yeah,
it's
no,
like
I don't have a. It's weird. I don't have a lot of like when it comes to Canadian fans, the biggest representation like for hockey down here is Toronto. The team I just mentioned, Ottawa, Montreal, Edmonton. I don't have a lot of Vancouver or the other. What's the other Canadian team? Calgary. It seems like Calgary and Vancouver stay on the West Coast, and in like California, when they do their vacationing, they do more on the West Coast, the Pacific Northwest and California. I see a lot.
Yeah.
On the West Coast of Canada, I see more Ottawa fans than I do Vancouver or Calgary.
Yeah.
Oh.
Calgary's more the mountain time zone. That's where their fans are. They got a lot of fans in Montana because right next to Montana.
Do you ever have you ever talked to any Ottawa fans, Mace? What are your opinions on them?
I never talked to Ottawa fans, but I know they've been beaten down a lot.
Since Alfie retired, that team has been like they haven't been consistent.
Well, Alfredsson wasn't on the team that made it. You should say more when Eric Carson left. That team has never been the same. But they got it back together now, finally.
Wait, I thought Alfie's teams made it to the playoffs.
Alfie's teams were good, but they choked every year.
They were more of a. They're almost like I can't remember. There's a hockey team in this era that's more of a regular season team, but once they get into the playoffs, they can't like get over the hump.
That's Toronto, Winnipeg, those two.
And LA to a certain extent in the 2010s, like in the late 2010s, like they would get into the playoffs.
But they missed the playoffs 7 straight years until 2022, Tony. Now they're good, but they played good today. Despite Shifley won the games. I mean, it's like Calgary today. Calgary is the best I've seen them play in a long time, but they can't score, so that's why St. Louis came back to beat them.
Whatever, like Mace, can you explain to me how Anaheim or San Jose haven't won a Stanley Cup? They've always been.
Anaheim's won a Stanley Cup, Tony.
Oh no,
all the
San Jose
teams have won except for San Jose and Nashville.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like in California, can you explain to me how a team like San Jose, they've had great teams over the years, and they can't seem to get over the hump for some reason?
Makeup has a lot to do with that. The type of players you have happens all the time.
Because they had Joe Pavelski. Am I thinking of Anaheim or San Jose that had Pavelski, Corey Perry?
No, Corey Perry was with Getloff and my man Bobby Ryan. That group won a Stanley Cup, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Only teams that haven't won for Gary Bettman are Nashville and San Jose.
Wait, Arizona won a Stanley Cup with Bettman?
No, they're Utah now. They haven't won, but we don't count them.
You don't count them.
I know Dallas won one.
Another Gary Bettman.
Wait, was Bettman the commissioner when the last time that what's his name? Last time that the Rangers won their Stanley Cup?
Yep. I can tell you what Gary Bettman did, and it's genius. He got rid of the two biggest markets in the East Coast. You let them win, say, get the hell out my face. The Rangers and the Canadiens.
Dang.
He hates the big markets for some reason.
He hates the original six.
Is it the arrogance? That's why he hates
Except the
them?
Red Wings.
Is it the arrogance that he can't stand, Mace? You think?
They're not his teams. His teams are Edmonton.
News break.
Yeah, go ahead, Phil. 5.
The Chicago Black Wings or Blackhawks. They just scored 2-2.
Okay.
And Montreal got the power play. Back to you, Coach and Brother Anthony, sponsored by Lean.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think the teams. I agree with you. The teams for Bettman are Dallas, the two Florida teams.
Yep.
Edmonton.
Yep.
Would you consider Nashville one of his teams?
Definitely. Definitely.
Was it Is it Nashville or Columbus that has won a championship?
Neither one. I forgot about that. You got to put Nashville in there. That's one of his teams. Yeah, he does. He loves Seattle, of course.
And I think that's why he's trying to force another team in Atlanta.
Yeah, because there's money in Atlanta.
And having another Phoenix Coyote team.
Because that's what the players want. He'll gladly give the players Phoenix over Quebec City. All right, they're fighting again, another brawl as they're going after Connor Bedard now, as the Canadiens are letting Chicago know you are not going to push us around. Mr. Miami would love this if he was watching this right now.
Get on!
They were all going after Connor Bedard, and I know why they're doing it.
Get him, Montreal.
They're saying Chicago might draft Gavin McKenna.
They could. They're going to be that bad.
You know what it is? What's weird, Mace? Like the defense. Ever since after that, those good Chicago teams, they haven't drafted well for some reason.
They've drafted okay. It's just that they're looking at it as all fans will stay by us as long as we do something right. Well, guess what? They haven't done anything right in 10 years.
Did you prefer Duncan or Kent Seabrook?
Well, Brent Seabrook I love both of them, but Brent Seabrook is my man, though. That was a good hire by the Flames, hiring him as the defensive coach.
See, for me, when it comes to the style, I preferred Brent over Duncan for some reason. Was Duncan more the stay-at-home guy, or was that Brent?
That was Seabrook. Sometimes when you play on a great team, right, sometimes they don't accept you no more. The Red Wings have tied the Leafs. Well, the Maple Leafs went to sleep again, huh?
As usual.
As usual. Like Derek Jeter, he don't associate himself with the Yankees no more. Because the Yankees didn't treat him right.
Are Chicago, is the franchise, what is weird? Why is that so weird with the Chicago Blackhawks and New York Yankees? They don't treat their, old school, their what is it called?
They're legends, right?
They're legends, correct. Right. Why is that?
Well, in Chicago, it's about the Bulls and the Bears and the Cubs.
So both the White Sox and Blackhawks are almost an afterthought in that city.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
I thought the Chicago Blackhawks had a championship.
Yeah, they did, but the 305
in this century, the Bulls haven't won a championship.
Nope.
Now they have have the Cubs won it in the 21st century?
Yes, 2016.
Okay.
And if they
It's
win
weird.
tonight, I wouldn't be surprised if they win it this year.
And the White Sox.
And they can't. Nobody likes the White Sox in Chicago.
Yeah, no. You know what's the oddest thing to me, Mace? Both the White Sox and the Blackhawks has the most consistent championships, the most championships in the 21st century. Yet that city treats them like crap.
Because Tony, certain cities, they associate the team with, riffraff, like Chicago, like the Chicago White Sox. It's in South Chicago. That's a ghetto, bro. And a lot
Is
of
that
black
where the
people.
Blackhawks is too?
Yeah. But the Bulls were a dynasty. That's why. How can I say this to you in a better way? And I'll just use race into it. You're gonna hardly see any black people at the Bears game, but to their credit, in Chicago, most of their season ticket holders are black for the Bulls.
But they don't go to the game.
They do go to games. All right, the Red Wings have taken the lead. Speak of the devil, Patrick Kane. Now 7 goals away from 500.
Yeah, no. And for me, Mace, I think I'm gonna say this I think the White Sox and the Blackhawks are white working class fans.
You mean the Cubs?
And the Cubs. Huh?
The Cubs are white collar, definitely.
And is that why have you ever been to a Blackhawks game live, Mace?
No.
From New York, how long is a flight to Calgary, Mace?
Probably 5 hours.
So it's like a Vegas flight almost.
Yeah. To me, I look at Calgary more of a U.S. city than I do a Canadian city because it's close to the border.
Is that how you feel Vancouver's like that too?
No, that's all Canadian.
Even though it's right on the border of Washington?
Yeah. But you don't go to Vancouver first. You go to Victoria first. That's the home of Steve Nash. You go there first. Vancouver is, let me explain it in a way you would know. Let's say Miami is Seattle, right? Vancouver would be Tampa Bay. Now you understand? Don't tell me Manzano cut out again. Yeah, he did. 305. How was your day, man?
Today was a good day. God is good. Staying humble, staying blessed.
There you go.
A lot of
5.5 minutes
Mace,
in.
I've talked to a lot of Canadian fans. They compare Miami to Toronto or Edmonton. You agree with that comparison?
No. You know what I'm saying? Like, distance-wise, Miami would be Seattle, and Tampa would be Vancouver.
Okay. Oh, because of the tech down here in Miami. Oh, okay.
Because of the distance.
Oh, okay.
Victoria would be, I would say, West Palm Beach.
Or Mississippi.
Mississippi. All right. So the Maple Leafs have collapsed again, and it was up comfortably, and now at the end of 2, it's all Detroit. 3-2 Red Wings. You talk about a city desperate to win. Detroit is bad.
Mississippi, that's great country.
I'm going to leave that alone. I am pumped up for tomorrow, fellas. What a doubleheader. We got Tampa. We'll see the Jaguars tomorrow. That's right, folks. We will be in Duval County for our early game tomorrow. Seahawks and Jaguars. Jaguars 4-1.
I'm gonna have my lemon pepper. Have my lemon pepper tomorrow night.
Mitchell and Ness. Who do I have? I have a lot of basketball. Mitchell and Ness and baseball. If 305 need me that address, he'll get a Nick Suzuki.
Suzuki. That's my boy, Suzuki. And Carfield.
Yeah, that's my boy. He scored tonight. Cole Caulfield.
Yes.
Mr. Miami cannot wait to play the Capitals.
I can't wait to play the Capitals.
October 20th.
In March, they had that game in Montreal. I got to circle that game.
I'll do that game for you, just for you.
Because I got CBS Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm about to listen to it on the radio. Cause I ain't got the Hockey League channel.
All right. At the end of 2, Florida all over Ottawa 4-1. As the Panthers keep rolling.
Floyd, we see you soon.
You gonna keep spanking that monkey 305.
Yeah, we got to spank them. That's a cool Tampa Bay Lightning. They're gonna be former champions pretty soon. They about to be former. Former champs.
All right, 4 minutes left in Chicago in the second period. 2-2 Canadiens and Blackhawks, one of the most fierce rivalries. And you know what's funny? 1971 and 1973, they played in the Stanley Cup Finals. Montreal won Game 7 both times in the Chicago Stadium.
Dang.
I saw the second one.
I couldn't even walk from 1970.
1973. I remember the second one.
And I had chicken pox.
Oh, I had my chicken pox. No, I had the measles when Miami played the Chiefs in Christmas Day 71.
Damn.
How mysteriously New Year's Day 72, because it was the late game that day when the championship game. You know, my mother brought it up the other day. She said, Paul Warfield's still alive. I said, yeah. And my mom said, I'll not forget that play, second play of the game. And my mother was waving that hanky that day to the TV, boy.
Damn.
I think my mother has a real soft spot for the Dolphins. She says she's never seen another team like that. I said, really? She said, nah. See, well, I've seen better, but in that time period, who is the Dolphins of who you would know? To
Who's
a
that?
carbon copy, the Patriots.
Clam chowder.
That's the way the Dolphins were. There's only one difference. Shula never cheated. We all know what Belichick did.
Yup, he cheated.
Florida. Canadiens corner Elliot Friedman taking has made sure Lane Hudson stays out of the public eye. Right, the Canadians will be on a power play. 305 Boy is back. Kirby Doc.
Kirby Cop. Oh, whatever that dude's name. I can't pronounce his name.
Kirby Doc. Doc. D-A-C-H. Yeah, he's always hurt, but he's healthy now.
That 25th championship is coming to Montreal. It's coming soon. As we snatched them 2 rings from Florida and Tampa Bay. Chris Jericho.
Montreal in that power play.
What's up, Sister Melena? I can't believe the tribal chief lost this morning.
Who, your boy in the Clay Fighting League?
and was it was a crown jewel this morning. I was asleep.
Oh, I was up though, right? I was at the library.
5 o'clock in the morning, I was knocked out.
Well, 5 o'clock in the morning, I just woke up. I was in the shower.
In Saudi Arabia, it's like 5. It came on this morning.
Saudi Arabia is like 9 hours ahead of us. So right now in Saudi Arabia, it is 5 minutes to 6 in the afternoon. 6 in the morning.
Dang.
People are just waking up out there.
I know in Saudi Arabia, I know they're not a party over there.
Yeah.
And Dubai. I like to go to Dubai. Just go there for about a week. Experience it.
All right, end of 2-2 Montreal and Chicago. Oh.
How your day go today, Coach?
Pretty good. I just took my walk, went to the library for a few minutes.
Yep, I got some serious rest last night. And put that Jim Brown movie on last night on the Dirty Dozen, and we just sleep.
He's
Then this
excited
morning, my
about
week.
Tiffany lost at the Crown Jewel. I don't know who Tiffany is.
Tiffany, talking about Tiffany time.
Nah, don't know her.
Some girl named Tiffany.
Now, I like the chick who's the women's champion on, I guess it's AEW, NXT, I guess.
That girl from she's from Chile.
Yeah.
You gotta wear a cross. If you see a red background with some horns, nah. Mm-mm. I don't want to see no red background.
Well, I was going to ask you, any upsets today in college football now?
Did Texas win?
I ain't watched none of it. I know the game I was looking at was Oregon. They were losing. All right, Ovi and the Capitals, that's Mr. Miami's favorite team, whooping on the Islanders.
No Capitals. Capitals don't get no love in this house. I try to I want to give let me see Maple Leafs I do like their colors. I forgot Montreal and Maple Leafs hate each other.
Any updates, Mace?
4-1 Florida after 2.
Who scored? Does it say who scored the goals by chance?
And the only one I know scored the goal was Marchand.
How Boston screwed that up is beyond me, Mace.
Who?
How Boston allowed him to get traded for minimal.
I got news for you. Boston's already 3-0, and I told everybody Boston was going to bounce back.
Another lose break. Tampa Bay losing.
Yeah, they're losing to the Devils tonight. Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes a team can lose, bro, and it's good for them. Look what Boston got. They got Jack's, what's the kid's last name? Damn, he's from Long Island, too. They picked him at 7. They got lucky.
Wait,
I'd rather have that kid over Brad Marchand any day of the week.
Roslovic?
No. I forgot the kid's name. It's Jack something. He's from here. He's from Long Island.
Oh my God. What?
Jack Higgins. That's his name. Jack Higgins. I'd rather have Jack Higgins.
The guy that you were joking around during the draft where it looked like he was partying or whatever.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. Man, he got it so lucky.
Is that New York? Is that like the New Yorker personality when it comes to like these athletes in general, Mace, when they get drafted? It's not
you got to remember something. He's in Boston. The Bruins have blessed him to play his senior year at Boston College this year. That's his home away from home. And the Bruins took him, so he was happy. He said, okay, if I'm not going to play for the Islanders, I'll play for the Bruins because I know the area. I played college here. He's a great player. I mean, I told Moss, I said, Moss, don't worry about it. You're going to get a great player in the draft. And they did. I know Moss can't wait to April when they bring the kid up for the playoffs. If they make it. I think the Bruins will. They're off to a great start, 3-0.
Honestly, I don't think so, Mace.
The Bruins are going to make the playoffs tonight.
Honestly, Mace, I understand why you say, but in my honest opinion, I don't know what it is with Boston. Some of their key players are always injured at the wrong time.
Yeah, we got a bunch of kids there now.
Do you think they're going to trade, what's his name?
No,
McAvoy?
they got the same. Their guys are Pasternak and Charlie McAvoy. Swayman, they'll go as far as Swayman goes.
That's what I'm asking. Do you think, honestly, like if let's say by the middle of the season or close to around when teams start ramping up for the playoffs, they're maybe 4 or 5 points out of the playoff spot, or before the deadline and stuff like that. Let's say they're 4 or 5 points behind where they want to be. Do you think they trade Pasternak or McAvoy?
Nope. I think the Bruins are just fine.
Yeah, Irving. The Panthers are beating Ottawa 4-1. Do you feel Ottawa's another young budding dynasty, Mace?
No.
Based on
This is Ottawa.
you,
Hey, Spidey, Chicago, Montreal is 2-2. Ain't nobody scared of Florida.
I'm fascinated about that Tampa San Francisco game tomorrow.
what's the records in both teams, Mace?
4-1.
You know what's weird? People are shocked that Tampa is this good, Mace. Why do you think that
Tampa's
is?
been good for the last 5-6 years. I don't know why they're surprised.
No, they're. I think it's more the Tom Brady thing, too, Mace. And they didn't expect what's his name to be this good.
Well, let's look at it. Who did Sam Darnold have as his coaches before he got to where he is now? Who was his two head coaches?
In Detroit?
No, he wasn't in Detroit.
Oh, he had Sean McVay.
No, he didn't have McVay.
Darnold was in Los Angeles.
No, he wasn't. Baker was in Los Angeles.
Hey, Spidey, if I want to make a friendly little bet with you. See,
Robert Saleh and
no, he didn't have Salah. He had Kyle Shanahan and Kevin O'Connell. If you cannot learn how to play, look at Daniel Jones. Last year, he spent the last 6 games with the Vikings as the third quarterback. Look at him now in Indianapolis.
ain't gonna be there too long.
Boy, let me tell you, Mom was in his glory earlier tonight. Good for him. As far as Baker goes, he spends the last 4 weeks of his season 3 years ago with Sean McVay. Look at him now.
yeah, no, and this, like I said, this shows the ineptitude of both the Jets and the Browns in developing the quarterback position, Mace.
You're absolutely correct. You're right. You're absolutely right. You're right.
And I feel this is going to happen with the dog. Let's say hypothetically, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Let's say this kid leaves Miami and is successful somewhere else. This also shows the ineptitude in Miami.
Well, it's been ineptitude in Miami since 1995.
Since Marino got injured.
Big O goes 45 years. Big O don't even give the killer bees any love. God damn.
Jesus. He hates Marino for some reason.
No. He likes Marino. He can't stand Jimmy Johnson.
And I've said this. It's blame to go around with both of those guys. Both of them had egos. Dan refusing to budget, like allowing Jimmy to add a running game, and Jimmy not listening to the quarterback.
I think Jimmy's biggest mistake is bad. He got rid of everything the Dolphins did in the 70s. He treated Shula poorly on when Shula was on his way out the door, and it blew up in his face.
So you think that's what hurt Jimmy, disrespecting Shula, Don Shula?
Of course.
And let's be honest, were you surprised Jimmy would do something like that, Mace?
Yes. That's another reason why I can't stand that bastard, Jimmy Johnson.
Do you hate him more than Saban?
Then who?
Than Nick Saban?
I don't hate Saban. You should know that by now. I think Saban's the greatest coach to ever coach.
Oh, no. I'm talking about in terms of Dolphins.
I had no problems with Nick Saban. I knew why he left because the organization was a joke. It still is after. And look at that. That's going to be 20 years since Saban left next year. 20. And look at the success he's had in Alabama. Think about what I just said. Nick Saban at Alabama. 6 championships since he walked out the door for the Dolphins. Dolphins have still been inept since he walked out the door. The Dolphins are the same way right now when Nick Saban left.
What I have a question. Was it people blame Saban for the Drew Brees thing? Do you think it was his fault or more the doctor at the time?
Both.
Saban didn't want Drew Brees?
I don't think he did.
Because there was reports coming out during that time that he actually wanted Brees. It's just that the franchise didn't.
I can believe that. But think about what I just said, both of you.
20
They're
years
the
since.
same way when Nick Saban left right now, while Nick Saban wanted to win 6 national titles at Alabama.
Yep. That shows the incompetence and idiocy.
I'm going to kill the fan base tomorrow because they hear these idiots on QAM cry. Bro, this franchise has never changed.
Wait, are you talking about Tobin and Leroy?
I'm talking about the Dolphin callers, especially the guy who's on Sundays. I mean, they act like this was a great Super Bowl team. This team has been America home favorite video since 1995.
It's weird. It seems the ineptitude of the Dolphins basically is almost kind of like the what is it called? The Cowboys. Too.
Well, the Cowboys is a lot different because the Cowboys are the glamour team, and the media wants them to win.
The media hates everything about Miami.
I wouldn't say hate, more apathy for the Dolphins. They feel so sorry for them that they can't get right.
No. I'm saying in general for Miami sports.
No, they don't like the Heat and who's the other team? The Marlins. And the Panthers. You know they own, and the U.
I know about the U because the idiocy, like I rechecked, I look up the rankings. I sometimes pay attention to every set of rankings depending on who it is. I went on ESPN. Try to guess where they have Miami ranked. The Hurricanes ranked, miss.
Well, where they got them ranked?
They have a whole bunch of Big Ten. They have Miami ranked at 11. 11, Mace. This is the ESPN FPI rankings. They have a whole bunch of SEC and Big Ten teams ahead of them. And Notre Dame.
Like Brewers just hit a home run, 2-1 Milwaukee. No, I don't pay that stuff no mind. All Miami has to do is keep winning, right? 305.
Honestly, and I feel. Do you think you've seen Heisman Trophy wins by quarterbacks, Mace? Is that more based on stats or how good the team is?
Say that again?
Do you think when it comes to the Heisman winning quarterbacks, is it more based on the stats or how great the team is?
How great? Well, it depends. I mean, if the quarterback is having a big year and the team is good but not great, he can win the Heisman. Yeah.
No, but because I've seen Heisman Trophy winners, Mace, at quarterback win the trophy with crazy stats, but their team is like 9-3, like a 9-3 team or something like that. They never get into the BCS championship or something like that.
Yeah,
But
you can win the Heisman. Yeah, if you're 9-3 and you put up monster numbers, you can easily win the Heisman.
no,
Yeah,
my mistake. 8-4. 8-4. My
yeah,
mistake.
you can
8-4.
still win the Heisman at 8-4. Yeah.
To me, I wish, you know how the MVP is sometimes with the quarterback position. It's sometimes it doesn't care about the stats. It's how great your team is, because there's quarterbacks that didn't have the stats that won the MVP because of the how their team performed in the regular season and in the playoffs.
How the NFL fantasy is going? Well, my money league and in the league I have, I'm doing well, but I don't care about the league I have. I really don't. You think
Oh
I'm lost and live and die for this shit? I only care about if I'm going to get $12,500 if I win my money league. That's all I care about.
yeah, no, and this is where I kind of wished the Heisman does it like that, in a sort of sense like that, Mace, where it should be based on how your team is performing, not your stats. But I understand why they do it like that.
If a quarterback from Notre Dame, right, throws for 50 touchdowns, but Notre Dame is 9-3, he's getting the Heisman.
No, that's why I kind of the whole, like. Do you understand what I'm saying, though? I kind of wished, in a sense, it's more about how your overall team is performing. Where if your team is in the playoffs, like in the actual like I'm gonna use Carson. I'm not saying Carson Beck should win the Heisman, but I'm using him as an example. His overall team is the best. They should give it to a guy like Ruben Bain, maybe a defensive player, who his team is actually the number 2 or number 1 team in the nation, but he's getting overlooked because it's Miami, and the media hates Miami.
I look at Miami as this. The new Miami of now disappoints too much. So you have to take the Hurricanes week by week.
So if they continue winning the rest of the way,
Which they should.
Yeah, because they have Louisville next week. I think it's on Friday or something.
Yeah, Friday night.
Do you like these Thursday or Friday night games for college football, Mace, or do you think you're not a big fan of that?
I'm not a big fan of it. I don't really care much for college football.
Or
I just say the players make it to the pros, then I'll talk about you.
Or my mistake. Are you a big fan of Thursday night football?
For the NFL?
Yeah.
Not really.
What I've noticed this, like, the games for Monday Night Football have not been good the last few years, Mace. Do they have the NFL put more money in Sunday Night Football and ignored Monday night?
Yeah, but now it's changed. The Monday night schedule is pretty good this year. I mean, we got Tampa Bay and Detroit in 2 weeks. You know I'm looking forward to that game.
Isn't that a doubleheader? I think San Francisco plays that Monday too, don't they?
No, I think that game is by itself. Tampa Bay, and it's a big
So it's
rivalry
not a doubleheader?
now. No, they put lousy teams as a doubleheader, like the Dolphins 2 weeks ago, and they played the Jets. That was, bro.
For me, that makes no sense in scheduling. have the best teams on doubleheaders. Don't give bad teams doubleheaders. I don't understand why the NFL does that.
I don't know either, to be honest with you.
What was your like in hockey, Mason? What was your favorite doubleheader that you ever had that you've ever watched when it came to hockey? Like where it
I
was two
forgot, man. I've seen so many of them, but hockey is more of the playoffs than regular
than regular
season.
season.
Yeah.
Even in the '90s, it felt like there was great doubleheader. Like I watched highlights of a doubleheader once where it was Detroit versus Chicago, and I think it was Edmonton versus Ottawa when Luongo was there.
Oh, I know I didn't see that doubleheader, but you gotta give Luongo credit.
Oh no, my
The
mistake.
Dolphins-
Vancouver. It wasn't Ottawa. It was Vancouver versus Edmonton. Does Edmonton always get Does Edmonton always get primetime games no matter how bad or good the team is, Mace? Because they're an original 6 team.
Edmonton, the original 16.
Oh no, my mistake. Montreal. Like, is Montreal one of these teams? No matter how good or bad they are, like since they're an original 6 team and they have the history.
Yeah, because
Are they one of the few teams that no matter how bad the team is, they still get a primetime game?
Yeah.
Is Boston like that too?
The Leafs went a decade being sucky. 5-1 Florida. The Leafs.
Mackie Samoskevich.
Yeah, Edmonton gone forever. The thing about Edmonton is they had some of the biggest stars in the sport in the modern era.
They had Gretzky, Messier, and McDavid, and Draisaitl.
They had Coffey, they had Kari, they had a lot of great players. And Tony, you're right. It's a doubleheader. It's next week, matter of fact.
Is it with good teams or bad teams?
Oh, I think the late game, because there's a game early and then there's a game late at night. The late at night game, maybe Houston will get their act together to go to Seattle, but the early game, which is next week, and I'm looking forward to, is Tampa Bay at the Lions.
Who do you have winning that game?
Well, Tampa, it depends on Baker, man. The defensive front. I'm going to go Tampa Bay will win in Detroit again.
Tampa's taking the personality of their coach, who is Todd Bowles. Is Todd Bowles their coach?
Yeah.
Are you surprised? This is why it doesn't surprise me that they're this good. When you take the personality of your coach.
They've been good for 6 years now. Next Sunday, let's see what the early game is for in here. Rams, Jaguars. No, I can't do that. Let me see something. All right, we'll only do one game next week. That's going to be Green Bay and Arizona. I'm not doing Dallas.
Mason, when I talk to people, when it comes to talking about the greatest defensive player of all time, do you agree with the split? A lot of people say it's Reggie White. A lot of people say it's LT. Which side are you on?
Always Reggie White, but I think if you ask older people, they will all tell you Dick Buckus.
But can you understand why a lot of people say LT is the greatest defensive player?
No. And I think what helps Dick Buckus' legacy, God bless his soul, is that
the Butkus Award
in Chicago. Like if Dick Buckus played in, let's say, Detroit, no one would care about Dick Buckus, but he played in Chicago.
No, wait, if he played in New York, he would. No, not New York.
People would care. That's why LT is famous.
Or
But
Dallas.
one thing about LT, yeah, Dallas, of course. One thing about LT, though, in the big games, he always came through.
See, and it's weird when it comes to the linebacker argument. It's split between Nitschke and Butkus,
Yeah.
and it's understandable. And of course,
Well,
Ted
yeah, you can
Hendricks,
say that. You can say that.
the mad stork Ted Hendricks.
Green Bay and the Steelers in 2 weeks. That will be the highest rated game of all time on television.
Is that the most heated rivalry, like, of cross conference rivals, Mace?
Yes.
Pittsburgh and Green Bay.
Yes.
For me, I would always like.
Rodgers versus Love in 2 weeks. You don't think Aaron's ready for that?
Were the 49ers and Dolphins games heated in the 80s and 90s, Mace?
Nah, because it was always one-sided. 49ers owned them. As Big O would say, the Dolphins were the P word and been the P word for the last 45 years. Big O, can you give the Killer Bees some credit? He's never going to do that.
Mace, he's
Yeah.
a Tua defender. You really think he's going to give the Killer Bees credit?
You know what's funny about Big O? He kills your boy. He calls your boy Jeff George.
Really?
Herbert's not that bad, man. Oh, he hates Herbert, bro. You know why?
Because he knows he chose the wrong quarterback.
You don't dare, Big O don't dare say nothing about Jordan Love, bro. He know I'll check his ass.
There's not, and you know, there's not a lot of like Justin Herbert fans that are like that passionate. Like,
you know why? Because he's never done nothing. That's why. And in the two biggest games of his life, 4 interceptions both games in the playoffs. That's why a lot of people don't like Justin Herbert.
Yeah, I can understand that. Like, and I rewatched some of those games, Mace. Like those interceptions, and I hope it doesn't sound like I'm defending Justin in some of those interceptions. Some of those interceptions were not solely on him because I saw that some of the receivers cut off their routes way too early.
I was going to say, it didn't help him that he lost to Sunshine 3 years ago.
Sunshine.
Can't be losing to Trevor Lawrence.
This Marchand guy is going to be a Hall of Famer, Mace. You think so?
Yeah, if he gets 400 goals, which he's going to get. He's at 394 now.
Do you think our boy OV is going to be the first to 900 goals, Mace?
Yeah, it's too bad Canada doesn't like him.
Canadian fans hate him because he passed their boy Gretzky.
No, they don't like him because he's very flamboyant. He acts like an American. That's why they don't like him.
So he's like a Madonna.
No, he's a frat boy. The type of guy, he's the life of the party.
You think he would? if he was in the 80s and like 90s and early 2000s, he would be hanging around with Keith Kachuk and them.
Nah.
You said he's a party boy, a frat boy, and a party boy.
Yeah, but he only hangs out with the Russian guys.
So he would.
He'll be hanging out with Bure and Fedorov and Mogilny.
Isn't
That's who he'd be
Mogilny his
hanging with.
idol?
No, this guy's his idol, Pavel Bure.
He's a bigger.
Mogilny's
To me, he's
idol
a bigger.
Malkin worships Mogilny.
It's Malkin that.
Yeah, Malkin loves Mogilny.
Yeah, Pavel, like Alex to me is a bigger, stronger, and more powerful version of Pavel Bure.
Yeah, and Malkin does remind me of what's his face?
Mogilny.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
A lot of people compared him to Kovalchuk.
Nah, Malkin's not cool.
Well, did you like our boy Ilya Mace?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Was he more of was Ilya a party boy like Alex?
Nah, he got married early. What's his face? Named his son after him, Kovalchuk. Ovechkin.
Ilya.
Yeah,
That's
Ilya.
scary when that kid. That kid is gonna be scary when he gets older, Mace.
I don't know. I mean, kids are funny. A lot of kids. I mean, I don't know about all these kids because they're so little. I mean, he don't got big kids. He got little kids. He got married late, but he was partying all those years.
Were you shocked when you heard that the Kachuk boys started playing hockey like their father, Mace, or not really?
No. All right, Ryan Hart just scored 6-1 Panthers as they are laying it into the Sens. Panthers dominating, folks. Big O was right. I agree with him. He said that the Panthers are going to play even better because their guys ain't there. I totally agree with that.
Which is the oddest thing to say, though.
A lot of these players, they got 3 weeks off for the Olympics, so you might as well play hard, take your 3 weeks off, and get ready for
and the Panthers get Chucky back.
Yeah, I think the Panthers are just such a great team. Like I told you guys a long time ago. They win this year. They join an elite company of teams.
For 3 in a row. They have Edmonton, Montreal.
Well, Edmonton's number 1 3 in a row.
Did Montreal do it in the 70s?
Montreal won 5 in a row.
It's going to be them and the Islanders. Did any team in the 90s
win the Maple Leafs of the 60s?
Maple Leafs of the 60s?
Yeah, but it's mighty funny. They haven't been back since I was in diapers.
Did any of the teams win in the 90s win back-to-back or 3 in a row, Miss?
The Red Wings won. The Red Wings and Penguins won 2 in a row.
Tampa won 2 in a row. In
the 2020s, they did.
Yep. Florida's been dominating the past 6 Stanley Cups, right, Miss?
Yes.
And Boston fans and Boston, Montreal, Chicago, Rangers. Toronto can't stand it.
I don't think Montreal cares because they're Montreal. I don't think they care.
You think it's more Boston, New York, and
Yes,
Chicago?
yes. Chicago don't care because Florida is in the West. Chicago don't care.
Or my mistake, Detroit.
They don't care.
So you
They
think
have
it's
their
more
own
Boston and
legacies.
Toronto
Yeah, they care.
and the Rangers?
They care.
When did you say the last time the Rangers won a Stanley Cup, Mace?
1994.
So it's going to be almost 50 years for them?
It's 31 years for them. But only one Stanley Cup in 85 years, which is embarrassing.
How embarrassing is that, Mace, that they're an original 6 team and 2 teams that came in after the expansion era have more Stanley Cups than them?
Of course it's embarrassing. You think the league likes it?
No.
All right, Detroit up on Toronto with 7.5 minutes to go. Toronto had a 2-0 lead and was cruising. Chicago and Montreal still 2-2, 9 minutes to go. And after that game, I am going to bed. Got a long day tomorrow. Think your Dolphins win tomorrow? Oh, I forgot. You don't care. That's right. Are you supporting Herbert tomorrow? All right. So I might as well get the hell out of here. Everybody else left. All right, I'm getting out of here. Canadiens 2-2. I am going to go get ready for the Oilers and the Oilers and the Canucks. I will see you all tomorrow, 12:20 pregame show. Then Seattle at Duval County against the Jaguars. The Dolphins are hosting Herbert and the Chargers, and then our late game is the big one. 4-1 San Francisco at 4-1 Tampa. I will see you tomorrow afternoon, folks. Sleep well, everybody. Thank you for coming. Good night from the Oasis, everybody. Thank you. Oh, let me do this first. Melina, thank you. Irving, thank you. 305, thank you. Keith Chief, thank you. And Tony Manzano, you guys were all great tonight. People in the clouds, I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Exactly 15 hours from now. Good night from the Oasis, everybody. Thanks for coming.